I think we are, let's see, I think I'm transmitting. Okay, we are live. It looks like we're live. Excellent, and I'm going to just see if I can grab some statistics here on the screen while we're getting set up here. I just want to be able to get the kind of the health of the network as we're going. I could not get it working through the Teradek service, so we'll have to see how it's doing just through YouTube. But it looks like it's going. And I guess I can take my laptop out here because it's on the Wi-Fi, so we can see we're up on my brother's farm up here in Vermont. And we're going to do just a quick stream, not too long. But we're actually streaming to you all right now. Hello. We're streaming to you right now through space, through StarLink. And we got my brother one of these StarLink satellite dishes. And I kid you not, you just hook the thing up. That's all you got to do, and it gets working. So we don't have all my fancy equipment here right now to do this. We actually just plugging the camera directly into this this VidU streaming box that we're going to look at a little later this week. And I'm just checking my stream health here to see how it's going, but it's been excellent here the whole time. And I guess Jay can't go too farther out. We could probably zoom, but this is it. This is the dish. And I kid you not, all we did was we plugged the dish in, and that was it. That was all we had to do. We just plugged it in. Like there was nothing to do. You know, you go on your phone and you just tell it that the dish is plugged in, and it comes up. So I thought we would just kind of stream for a little bit and see how long it'll go for. We do have like not the most perfect setup as far as obstructions go. What was interesting was it's looking up higher than I thought it was. So Jake, if you can pan behind you, there's a bunch of trees and stuff in the way, but those trees barely like fall into the area that would be an issue for the StarLink satellite dish. So by and large, it's in good shape. That one big tree there, Jake, that pine tree right there, that one's like the most, that one is in the obstruction area the most. And we did a little bit of testing with it on, with Shadow, that game streaming service. And it, you know, the latency varies quite a bit, but it's generally pretty low. It's well under 100 milliseconds for sure. So it's crazy. And I can't even tell you, like there was nothing, like I thought we'd have to spend all this time like trying to get everything situated properly. And we just found a spot, and I used that app to kind of find the best spot. And I was like, this is the best spot. So we put the dish down, ran the wire into the shed here, and that's it. It's working. Like it's that simple. So I thought we'd have this whole big project. The only project we have now is to try to figure out how to fix, yeah, a lot of people were asking about the snow and the ice on the dish, and I think he's going to get some in the next couple of days. It snows here like all the time. It snowed yesterday, it's snowing tomorrow. We just got in at the right time today. So I will keep an eye on this. The challenge is that the way they have the networking on this, I can't open a port to connect to it remotely. So I can't get in all the time to it. I'm going to have to, I'm probably going to set up a little Raspberry Pi and have it VPN to me, and we can like run tests on it and stuff. But from what I'm hearing from everybody that I've been talking to is that it's been really good in the snow. I think you do want to make sure the snow clears off the dish, but it does keep itself warm. I'm just going to touch the side here and see if yeah, it's definitely warm to the touch. So it looks like it has some de-icing on there, but I could see how a heavy snowstorm would pick it up. And what he's going to do, he's got a cupola on the top of his, he built all this himself. I don't know how he does this, but he's got a cupola up there that he's going to hook himself up to. And that's where he's going to put the dish up over there. They don't give you a lot of mounting hardware, just the tripod. So you have to kind of figure out how to get the tripod best fit to your situation. But this is working great. We are streaming right now at 720p at 2.5 megabits per second. We were running speed tests earlier. We were doing about 120 or so down, and then we're getting about anywhere from 15 to 20 up. So the upstream is better than my Comcast service was with a wire going to me at home. Isn't that crazy? So it's, yeah, this is like the real deal here, folks. Yeah, I mean, I thought, honestly, like the video we're going to do on this is going to be super short because there's nothing wrong with it. It just came up and started working. In fact, we have the device we're streaming from right now is this Vidiu X thing. I'm trying to see if it'll give me statistics on the connection quality. It's maintaining, oh, it does have a detailed status. Oh, this is perfect. I'm going to have to capture some of this in a little bit. But it's been rock solid. I mean, I'm seeing this here. Jake can't see it because the color, the screen is too reflective. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start recording my screen right now on this, just to get this in here. So yeah, it's been. I'm really. I'm really kind of blown away by how the ease in which this gets set up. So right now I'm just monitoring the upstream bit rate, and you know the only variability in the bit rate is just the motion that Jake is doing with the camera, because obviously when you're streaming, you know, if the scene doesn't change, it's more efficient than sending the whole image every time, right? So yeah, it's been great. We did have a couple of drop-offs early on, but we had there were some dogs out here running in front of the dish, so I think that was like the drop-offs that happened. There's a real-time map, and you can check. You can kind of see. It's not from SpaceX. Somebody else did it, but you can see kind of the flow of things. Josh, who's my brother, have him give us a little tour of his maple sugar facility here. So what my brother does, if you go to ruggedridgeforest.com, you can buy his maple syrup, and his uniqueness is that he offers a lot of different varieties of syrup, different grades of color and everything, but he also does a wood-fired method, which is very different than a lot of other more, larger maple sugar producers. So it's pretty good. But how's the stream working, everybody? Is it working good? I'm gonna run inside here because we have to close the door so his garage doesn't freeze. So I'll get your cable here, Jake, and guide you back in here. And I'll put my mask back on because we're gonna be a little closer. And yeah, so there you go. I mean, it's working good. Are you good there, Jake? Yeah. All right, so we're gonna hit the close button. And go from there. Yeah, so he's going to close the door because he's trying to keep the garage here from like freezing over. Let me just put my mask on because Jake might be a little bit closer. But yeah, it's good stuff. So he built all this himself. Like, he is far better at this kind of stuff than I am. He doesn't like to toot his own horn on stuff, but he really built a beautiful post and beam structure here. All right, let me take some questions because I want to see how long we can make this stream work for, because it looks like it's still going just fine. I'm going to go back to my screen here. Yeah, I mean, I've seen no drop frames. It's, we've been going now for probably, let's take a look here, about 8 or 10 minutes, 8 minutes. So yeah, it's cold up here. And I guess yesterday, I'm just going to leave my status screen. Actually, if you want to see it, Jake, you might be able to get in on it now. This is the status screen. And then there's two parts. Actually, Jake could probably show you. If you pan down here, Jake. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so this is all it is. Hope I don't kill the power here. So this black one is the dish, and the white one goes to its little router. But you don't have to use their router. So if you plug your own router in there, you can use it. Isn't that cool? And I guess you don't get all the statistics and stuff if you use somebody else's router. But beyond that, you just plug it in. So it's all PoE. And so what I did before is I plugged my laptop directly into this. And it worked fine. So it's super simple. I mean, for a beta product, my goodness, like, we don't typically see beta stuff work this well. Give me a second here. I'm just going to save I'm saving screen captures for B-roll. So the little M1 Mac has had its first trip. I haven't left the house my state in quite some time. So this has been fun to get out of town for a little bit. But yeah, it's been working. It's working fine. So let me take some questions here. We have Victor Al-Shami. Can you see the dish from in here, Jake? Can you get in on it? So people can see it in case anybody happens to tune in. Yeah, because I had to close. Josh didn't want me to leave the door open for too long. And I'm not as rugged as him. I'd like to warm up a bit. So yeah, so we've got Victor is here, Keith is here, Dava is here. Tannen Guitar says, Greg M is here. Very cool. This is the future of ISPs. Yeah, that's it right out there. That is what is sending you the internet right now. This is not connected to anything else. It is coming in here, and we have my little Teradek box plugged into that, and the camera's plugged into the Teradek box. Arif Hassan is here, Paul Bakewell, Ed the Nerd. Michael Kidd says they have 3 different options now. I guess that's for mounting. Yeah, I'm going to have to go and research that. I hope I didn't get him the wrong one. I don't know what to get. I just got the tripod. So I'll have to check that out. Messi is here from Greece. Jan says, not even the wilderness can stop me from streaming. That's right, folks. Yes, I am freezing, Miguel. Miguel's asking if I was cold or not. And it was funny, Ed T is talking about, he signed up for notifications. You know, what's funny is my brother is up here in a town called Worcester, Vermont. And I signed him up, I think I signed him up like about 2 weeks ago. And we were able to get the dish immediately. We didn't have to wait for it. So yeah, it is quite cold here, as McRambo says, very wintry. McWintery's asking about the chains on the tractor. I'm guessing that's for traction when he's out plowing with his tractor. So what he's got here is a maple sugaring business, and we're going to do a video about how he does what he does. But he has hundreds, thousands, I don't know how many, but he's got hundreds of trees or more tapped. He's got these little tubes going into each of these maple trees. And sometime this month, pretty soon, when the weather conditions get to the point that they're where they need to be, he's got a pump down here, and it basically pulls sap out of all of these trees, hundreds of them, and brings it into a huge tank. And then he brings it into a processing facility he has here on his property. And you have to boil the maple sap. And you start off with huge barrels of it, and every barrel makes a very small amount of maple syrup comparatively. And so that's what he's got going on here. And so he has to get out to service the stuff, and you need traction on some of these snowy areas there. John is wondering, do you run an Ethernet cable out to the dish besides the power cable? No, so it's that is a PoE cable. It is a pretty rugged, thick cable here, so it's probably good for all weather, and that's providing adequate power to the dish. So pretty cool. Yeah, I think people are really going to, once the word gets out about this, it's going to, I think, get people really excited. I would run a speed test right now, but it would interfere with the stream because we only have so much upstream bandwidth. But I could show you on the screen here one that we ran a little bit earlier. So let's take a look if I can find the one that we just did. That's that one. This is some web browsing. Here we go. All right, so here, check it out. This is you got it, Jake?
Yeah.
This is a speed test that we did a little bit earlier. I'm pretty sure this is from StarLink. Let's double check when it starts here. Actually, this might be his other internet. Let's see. I'll have to label these. We'll know instantly which one it is. Yeah, this is, all right, so this is what he had before. Okay. Not good, right? That was his DSL. This is not what we have here. So let me go to the one we just did before. So I know I took oh, here it is, Ethernet test. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so let me get this going here. Okay, so this is the one. So this is from StarLink. So he was getting about 8 or 9 down, maybe 1.5 up before. And then this is the one we ran on Ethernet, directly connected to the dish. So no router in between, just direct connect. Hey, my brother's coming over. Okay, so there you go. So we were getting, that was what we were getting before. 125, 128 down. 130 down, off a satellite dish, just plugged in on the backyard out here. And then we were getting upstream. It got to like 25, and then it looks like it throttled down a little bit. And then it was pretty stable at 17, 18. And we're right now going at 2.5 megabits up. So I wanted to leave some margin just in case. But it's certainly more reliable than my Comcast connection was before. So that's been working pretty good. Yeah, I mean, we've been going now for 15 minutes, and it's all pretty good here. Let's take a few more questions, and then Josh is making me lunch, and we have to get out of here soon because we've taken an airplane to get here, and the airplane will be leaving at some point. So let's take a look. Let's go through some of these other questions here. There was a question about temperature operation for the dish. I think it's like, Jake, what you read it was like, what, negative 20 or 30 or something?
Negative 23 Fahrenheit.
Okay, so negative 23 Fahrenheit was the...
108 or
okay.
118 or something.
Okay.
Should say it.
Yeah, we're going to take a picture of that before we go. Because they did give you some regulatory stuff here. And yeah, so the outdoor, I'm going to take a picture of this now before I forget. The outdoor temperature is negative 30, this is negative 30 C, so negative 22 Fahrenheit to 104 Fahrenheit for the outdoor dish, which of course is, some people might hit negative 22, I think. Josh says sometimes they get that cold up here. He's not far from Canada, just in case you're wondering. Okay. Let's see if we got some more questions here. Joker Wolf, I'm surprised that people don't know what StarLink is. Once there is a full network coverage, it's surely going to... Yeah, think about it. Like, Josh, this morning when Josh woke up, he was getting 8 down, maybe 1.5 up. And now, we come up, we open this box up. This was the process. We opened the box up, we put it on the tripod, we plugged it into power, and the dish did this thing. It just put itself in a vertical position, and then it moved a little bit. And I think, Jake, you got all that on tape, right?
Yeah.
So it just did all that, because I was in here futzing with stuff, because I thought something got unplugged. And within, 5 or 10 minutes, not even, my phone lit up, and all of a sudden, because it was on the Wi-Fi to get it configured, all of a sudden my phone lit up, and I started getting all my notifications that I missed being out here in the middle of nowhere. It was pretty crazy. So Miguel's asking, can it freeze or melt it? Yeah, so it will keep itself a little bit warm, but I think if you get a lot of snow built up on it, that'll probably impact it. There's been a lot of people who've had it earlier than my brother had it, who've been running a lot of tests with it, and they've actually had good performance even with heavy snow falling and sitting on the dish. So yeah, it's good. It's really good. Yeah, the ping right now, I could do a ping now, but it's not going to be very accurate because we're streaming. But right now I'm getting a ping to Google at about, I'm going to actually video this just to have it for later. We're pinging at about 30, anywhere from like 45 to 60. So it is a bit variable on the ping rate. I'm just going to record this while we're... So I've been seeing a lot of ping variability, or latency variability, but never, rare does it get anywhere above 70. So right now I'm seeing to Google about 28, 45, 33, 56, 46, 49, 31. And really the trick here is the satellite handoff. So, questions. Let's take some more here, and then we got to get moving here. Equipment costs. So right now this is called the StarLink Better Than Nothing plan. So the equipment is $500, and the monthly fee is $100 a month. So it's expensive right now. And no doubt they're trying to get some revenue going, but I think for people that really need this, my brother runs a business up here, and he has a hard time processing orders, so for him, he's more than happy to pay that price. Paul Wakefield said the video quality is excellent. That is great. Is the connection to the router gigabit? I believe it is gigabit. I don't know for sure. I know that when I plugged it into my computer directly, I was getting gigabit. So I'm pretty sure that it is gigabit. Because otherwise it would be 100. So, and we're getting well over 100. So it's definitely a gigabit connection. Joker's got fiber, 1.5 gigabit. Yeah, if you got the connection. You know, what's funny is he's not far from Montpelier. So I was seeing a lot of fiber on the poles on the way up. But once you got out of the city proper, where he's just about 10 minutes, 20 minutes away from Montpelier, drops. We losing battery, Jake, or we're good?
No, we're good.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. Just gonna zoom in a little bit.
Yeah. Let's see. So Dale Marcel is wondering, with ResISP, can I use my Wi-Fi for cell calls? It's what Wi-Fi calling. I don't believe so, because I have Wi-Fi calling on my phone, and right now it is not. Oh, actually, yes. The answer is yes, because my Wi-Fi calling is lit up. And I could maybe call my wife real quick and see if it works. This might be a good test for the video, Jake. So let's just call home real quick. My brother's coming in. We'll turn his mic on in a second. And we're going to make a quick call to my wife here and see if we can get her to talk to us. Is breakfast ready, Josh?
It is.
All right, we'll be there in a minute.
Thanks.
So let's see if, hey, it's me. I'm just making a call. We're doing a live stream. So actually, you know what you could do, Jake? You could probably record this if you want. Hit the record button.
One should text before calling with a live stream.
Sorry about that, sweetie. So we're calling you through the satellite dish. How does it sound?
You sound a little nose plugged, but not bad.
That's because I have my mask on because I'm close to Jake.
Oh, then there you go. I found your mask on.
So it sounds good?
Yeah, no, the quality's really good.
Great. Okay, I'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
And that was done through Wi-Fi calling on Verizon. So the Wi-Fi calling works. So you can kill the recording there.
Oh.
Cool. Yep, just wanted to grab that in case we could use it later.
Yeah.
So let's see what else we got here. Yeah, so we're good. I think I got to get out of here in a second because Josh made us some lunch. So I want to go finish this up. But let me take a few more questions here. And hopefully that guy doesn't drive over the satellite dish. Looks like he's backing up. Somebody has pulled in with a truck. Versifies is looking forward to see if Elon will have an RV variation of StarLink. I think the plan is to make this work in multiple places. So right now, if we were to take this dish and bring it back to my house in Connecticut, it wouldn't work. And the reason is that they have to have satellites orbiting in the right way to get a certain portion of the ground covered. They call them cells, even though they're not like a cell phone tower kind of coverage. So if you don't have a cell, if you're not in the middle of a cell, then it doesn't work. Josh is, and that's how it's been able to work for us here. And we've got people like walking in front of the dish right now, just one person. So I don't know if that's going to impact it or not, but we'll see. But so far the connection has been. We're doing a 23-minute stream here. It's been going pretty good. Yeah, the nerd says, if you didn't tell us we were streaming from satellite. Yeah, so what's happening right now is the signal's going into space, and then it's hitting one of these satellites and then bouncing back down to an upstream data center in New York right now, upstate New York. There's one in Connecticut now, too, in Torrington. But soon you'll be able to take the dish and bring it anywhere, but not yet. So there we go. It's good stuff. Okay, so yeah, we are in good shape. I'm wearing my mask because we are closer in and inside without any ventilation. So I am going to wear the mask, folks. Okay, so we are going to go have some. So yeah, I did not do this to Amazon because we're testing out this Teradek box, and I don't have all my usual streaming equipment with me, and I can't stream to more than one place right now. So that is why we're unable to get that to work. But yeah, we're about 25 minutes or so in here. Looks like it's been working really well. I'm really surprised. So it's been good. And again, it was so easy just to set it up. We just hit a button, and we were good to go. All right, everybody. I'm going to sorry to do this so quickly. But I'm going to make this stream a public stream so you can see it. But we're going to go get our lunch there, but I just wanted to make sure the stream worked because this was part of the testing that we're doing. So good stuff. All right, so we will catch you all in a little bit, and thanks for tuning in. We're hungry, okay? All right, thanks. Okay. Yep, we got the stream.